Luigi Mangione is due back in court tomorrow for a special hearing in his federal case. The 28-year-old faces both federal and state charges in the 2024 killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Now, the prosecution and defense filed requests earlier this week for a conference in that case. Sources tell CBS News there may be a plea deal on the table. CBS News legal contributor Caroline Polisi joins us now in studio. Caroline, thanks so much for joining us. Look, there's a lot to talk about here. What kind of deal might the prosecution offer in a situation like this?
Yeah, well, first of all, we have no idea that this will be a plea deal. This was sort of threw everyone for a loop. Secondly, we have no idea what the plea may or may not look like. I think what people are most interested about is potentially how this could affect the state case. It could resurrect the argument that they had made previously that this violates double jeopardy, right? Being charged for the same offense in two different jurisdictions. And because there would be a conviction in a plea deal, that this would lead the judge to perhaps consider that. So I don't think it's a winning argument in the state case, but it could delay things a little bit.
One other thing that I wanted to ask you about is the Nick Reiner case. He's accused of killing his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner. Now, there's a newly unsealed indictment, and that shows that among the charges he's accused of include lying in wait. Now, what is the significance of that charge? How does that affect the case?
Yeah, it's not a new charge. It's a special circumstance attached to the murder one charge. And basically what it alleges is that there's three elements, right? That he concealed his true purpose through deception, that he was lying in wait, waiting for an opportune time to commit the murders, and that he was surprisingly attacked. It was a surprise attack from a position of advantage. So even though the DA hasn't released specific facts of the case, I think those three elements tell you a little bit about what their theory of this case is.
And Caroline, what does this lying in wait addition do to the sentencing potentially?
Yeah, well, it definitely puts the death penalty on the table. We already knew that the death penalty was on the table because of those enhancements, because it was a double homicide, right? But this is just one more avenue for the prosecution to argue for the death penalty in this case.
All right, Caroline Polisi, thanks so much for joining us.